How does Nikon's 200 millimeter f4 pre-AI telephoto lens compare to the AI version? In this edition of Jules Voto's Photo Focus, we're going to find out. Now, the original version of this lens was introduced way back in 1961, and the AI version came out in 1977. Now, the original version had 4 elements in 4 groups, and the 1977 AI version had 5 elements in 5 groups. And this lens was in production. There was also an AIS version until 1996. So 35 years this lens was in production. They both have retractable lens hoods, as you can see here. Now, the AI version is on the left and the pre-AI is on the right. This particular pre-AI version that I have was introduced in 1969. And the AI version, of course, is multi-coded. The pre-AI is not. And the pre-AI stops down to 22. The AI version stops down to f32. Now, the pre-AI version focuses down to 10 feet or 3 meters. And that was actually changed in 1971. The pre-AI version from 71 focused down to 7 feet. And the AI version and later versions, the AIS version, focused down to 7 feet or 2 meters. Now, one other thing, I feel that the AI version is a little bit better balanced. It weighs about an ounce and a half less, but it's just a little bit better balanced. Okay, to test these lenses, I went to the Red Bank Battlefield Park in Gloucester County, New Jersey. It's right on the Delaware River. It was a site of a Revolutionary War battle. And I used my Nikon Z8 with the FTZ adapter, and I shot pictures with both lenses. I shot a few with the AI, then switched to the pre-AI. And on these images, I have indicated which lens was used and which aperture was used. As you can see here on the left, I have AI and 4.0. And then for the pre-AI, I indicated that lens just with P-R-E, and below that, the aperture. And I have to say, they are very close in sharpness. In fact, what I am doing, because I think sometimes it's really hard to tell the sharpness on YouTube, even if you're using a computer as opposed to a cell phone or a tablet. So what I am doing, in the description below, you will find a link to all these original images out of the camera. I shot RAW, converted in Lightroom, and the only thing I did to these images, and only on a few of them, was just using the exposure, highlight, and shadow sliders a little bit. Okay, so this one is near the minimum focus distance of the pre-AI, which is 10 feet. So I was maybe about 11 feet away. And this is who the park is named after, Hugh Mercer. And these were both shot at 5.6. This is with the pre-AI, as you can see. And then I switched to the AI, also at 5.6. And I can't really tell any difference in sharpness, but please look at the images, download them, look at them 100%, 200%, and let me know what you think. Please leave your comments in the comments below and let me know. So this is a statue there, and this is at f8 with the AI, and I zoomed in at 100% to focus, of course, manually focused. These are manual focus lenses, and focused on the face of the statue. And again, I see virtually no difference. There may be a little color difference, and I don't think it's that noticeable in this image particularly, but you may see that in a few of the others. Now, I used auto white balance, so that could be the reason. I mean, I shot the first shot, quickly changed lenses, and shot the second shot. So here we are with the flag, with the pre-AI, and it's going to look a little different, of course, because it was a little bit of a breeze. So the flag is, it's going to look a little different. But sharpness-wise, as you will see here on the AI image, sharpness-wise, I see no difference. I think there's might be just a little bit of color difference. I think the sky, I kind of like the sky better on the AI version, but again, please look at them yourself and see what you think. Now, one thing that really helped me doing this was the memo feature on the Z8. So after taking the shot, I pressed the playback button and then was able to record the aperture that I used. So here we have the AI version of these trees, and very sharp at f11. Pretty much sharpness extends across the frame. I then switched to the pre-AI, and I don't see a difference. I mean, the color is great. The sharpness is great right across the frame on both lenses. So I think that says quite a bit for the older lens. You know, it's 4 elements in 4 groups, where the new lens is 5. So, I think they're both very sharp lenses. Okay, so here we are with the pre-AI. This was a piece of tree that was right on the banks of the river, so we just shot down. This was maybe about 12 feet away, and it's very sharp. I use matrix metering, by the way, and I think there was just a slight highlight slider correction here. I think I just made the highlights a little bit darker, but you can see both images are very sharp. They're not framed exactly the same. I was hand holding, but sharpness is, in my opinion, identical. So I noticed the plane coming by. The Philadelphia airport's not far from here. So I just put the lens on. I didn't try to focus. I just set it to infinity, and it's a hard stop at infinity. I think this picture could be a little sharper, and the same thing with the AI. Unfortunately, I forgot what aperture I had the pre-AI set for. So, but you'll notice the sky is a little bit bluer, a little nicer, but neither one, I would say, is razor sharp. And that could be due to atmospheric conditions. Now, shutter speed was not the issue. I was at a 2,000th of a second, and these were taken several minutes apart. I took the first shot, took some other pictures, then saw another plane come in, and that's why I forgot what aperture I had used. So the first one with the pre-AI was at f8. This is at 5.6, but I do like the sky better on the AI version. So now I took a shot of the Philadelphia shipyard from across the river, and here we are with the AI at 5.6. Again, I just put the lens at at infinity, and these are sharp. I think the AI in this case is a little bit sharper. And again, I just don't think they're as sharp as I expected. They're decent, but again, that could be due to the atmospheric conditions. I am not sure. So take a look at them and let me know what you think. So I had my son with me, and I wanted to take a few shots of him. So this is with the pre-AI at f4, and very sharp, very nice. The sun, as you can see, is coming from the right behind him a little bit, and I focused on his eyes using the 100% zoom in feature, and here we are zoomed in a little bit, and you can see the sharpness here. The bokeh is great. Now the AI version actually has a 9-blade aperture, where the pre-AI is a 6-blade aperture. So as you stop down, as you get to those smaller apertures, they're more rounded with the 9-blade aperture. I would think the bokeh should be a little bit better. And here we are with the pre-AI zoomed in. Again, those were at f4. So, the old thing to do when testing a lens for sharpness is to take a picture of a brick wall. This is with the pre-AI at 5.6. I don't see any distortion either, but it's usually you don't see barrel distortion with the telephoto lens. And now here we are with the pre-AI at f8. So, and then we're going to look, of course, at the AI versions at both 5.6 and f8. So I was very happy with the results. I think the newer version, of course, focuses closer. Like I said, is balanced a little bit better. Is multi-coated, so in some conditions that is going to yield a better image. But I was very impressed with the results of the older lens. This was a very popular lens. As I said, it was in production for 35 years, which is amazing. Of course, there were changes made along the way, but you could pick these lenses up, especially the pre-AI versions. There's a ton of them available. And of course, you're going to get the pre-AI version at a lower price. And if you're going to use the lens on a Nikon DSLR, make sure you get an AI or AI version. Just make sure you get one in good condition. By the way, the particular one I have, the version from '69, that was at some point, it was AI'd by Nikon. And you could see that here on the pre-AI on the right. The aperture ring was replaced, and Nikon offered that service back in '77 and for several years after that to update pre-AI lenses to AI. And the easiest way to tell that is the aperture ring has that second set of aperture numbers near the back. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I publish a new video every Monday morning and Wednesday morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And remember to download these images. I will put a link in the description below to a gallery where you could download these images, look at them, and judge for yourself the difference between these two lenses. So thanks for watching, and I will talk to you soon.